Yo, we'd like to welcome Chanel West Coast, the TV personality of shows Rob Dyrdek, Fantasy Factory, and also one of my favorite shows,
Your favorite show.
Ridiculousness. Yes,
You
my
know you
favorite
love
show,
that show, Pat.
Ridiculousness, no doubt about it. Also, she appeared on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She also just released her debut album named America's Sweetheart, which you can stream everywhere.
Everywhere.
What's up, Chanel?
What's up?
First of all, Chanel, I got to talk about that laugh because my daughter, when you laugh on TV, that cracks my daughter up.
I'm happy to hear that because I get a lot of haters on my laugh too, but I think the kids love it. And so that says a lot because kids are very honest,
Right.
The kids love it, and kids, they really have like big hearts. And I think it says a lot that the kids like it. And it says a lot that it's usually old grumpy people who are hating on it.
They say old people usually not happy, so it makes sense, right?
No doubt about it.
Yeah, well, Chanel, you got a new album you just dropped in October, long time coming. But tell us a little bit about the new album and how excited you are, finally being able to get this project out to the public. And what do you expect to receive when it comes to reviews and people just, listening to the album?
First of all, I'm really excited to just put out an album that it took a lot of work, and it took a lot of, I had to listen to a lot of different opinions. I've always got people in my ear like, you should do this, you should do that, maybe rap more, sing more, be sexier, this and that. And so it took a long time to really just kind of block everybody out, focus on what I wanted to do. And I think I got a really good body of work here that, it's something that I think a lot of different people can listen to. It's hip hop, it's rap, but there's still pop, there's love songs about unity. And I think people are going to listen to it and be surprised. I think I've had a lot of, resistance and hate, especially as a white girl rapper. So I think people are going to listen to it and finally get it. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lie, Chanel. I listened to it 2 days ago. I was fucking surprised.
Thank you.
I was surprised off the fact that, because I didn't expect you to have a singing track on this. That No Plans. Yeah, you brought it with No Plans. I thought No Plans was a banger for sure.
So No Plans, that's your favorite one, Pat?
Yeah, on the track for sure. I mean, I like No Plans. I like the 40-yard dash. I think it was one called 4 a.m. or something like that, 4 something.
Nope. I like that you like 4 a.m. because that one is dedicated to my ex. So thank you.
Oh, you put your ex on blast. You put your. Are you gonna name drop your ex? Or you?
No name dropping.
No name dropping.
Yeah, the song.
Speaking of the song 40-Yard Dash, what inspired that title? And also, can you give us a little sneak into the video, right, of the song 40-Yard Dash, a little sneak peek into the video?
Yes. So it's funny because when I heard the beat, I literally was like, okay, I know exactly what I want to talk about on this beat. I just want to talk about, I run this shit.
Yeah.
And so I was working with my boy in the studio and I was like, I run it. I run this shit. I was like, I need to say I run it. Literally, I run this shit more than anybody. He's like, you run this shit like a 40-yard dash. And I was like, that's it. so my boy kind of helped me inspire me. And then I wrote it. But yeah, so he helped me with that. And I was like, yo, I love it. I was a cheerleader in high school and I was always around football and sports. And my mom's always been a big fan of sports too. So I felt like it was very fitting for me. And I have a fan base. I got a lot of guy followers. So we love football, So I was like, this makes sense to do a song that the guys are really going to like to listen to as well. Because it's hard for guys to get into female hip hop, I think. Guys are more embarrassed to be rolling by themselves, bumping WAP. But I think a guy can ride by himself in the car and bump a song like 40-Yard Dash. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And you got to think about it too. When it comes to female artists, you got to have songs that guys can bump in the car when another guy is in the car. Right? The example you just said, I don't think you're going to see 2 guys riding in the car listening to WAP. Yeah, I'm not going to be riding next to Pat. We're going to be in the same car. We're going to be listening to WAP. Nah, I don't think we're going to do that, Pat.
No, we ain't.
So, good point.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So how is your relationship with Young Money, if you are currently still signed with them?
No, I am not. It's a complicated thing. Actually, there's a lot of complicated stuff with that, and I don't like to get too into it because it's a very long story. But to make it short, I had a great opportunity to meet Wayne in the past, play in my music. He loved it. He wanted to work with me, and from that point, it was a lot of just people in the way.
Right.
I don't even think Wayne really fully knows. Like a lot of people were pulling me apart and just kind of trying to hold me back from that whole situation. So I love Wayne. I still have a relationship with him and we cool, but I'm an independent artist.
Okay, awesome. That's dope.
How have you managed these two parallels, television personality and music artist, being able to manage those two parallels, also having outside business interests as well? It seems to be a lot, but how are you managing all of these things?
It's a lot. It's actually, I mean, this year it's gotten a lot easier because now there's no touring.
Yeah.
So that was like my biggest struggle before. I've actually had to pass up like several great performances, tour opportunities, South by Southwest performances because of my filming schedule. Because with my contract with Ridiculousness, they're like my priority. So that gets a little complicated. Like as an artist, obviously, I want to be able to do tours and stuff, but I'm filming a lot. But this year, there's all the performances have been virtual. So I've been able to literally do performances from home and just set up cool lighting here and shit. So it's been a lot easier this year because everything's so virtual. I don't know how it's gonna be because now that my music's picking up, I don't know how it's gonna be once we get back to being able to like actually perform and stuff. It might get a little more hectic to deal with both. But for the most part, it's always been it's been pretty easy. Like I like working. I'm the type of person like I need to stay busy. So like I'm just always busy basically.
All right, that's good. That's good. So speaking of ridiculousness, what makes it so successful across all sorts of age groups?
I really think it's because of the selection of videos. We
Yeah.
have like so many different videos. Like there's videos that the little kids will like more. Like kids seem to like when people are getting hurt and stuff like that. And then like, I feel like the adults like more the ones that are like, I mean, adults love like the drunk people clips. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like there's clips.
They can relate to that. They can relate to that.
Exactly. Everybody can relate to it. Like we have so many different types of clips that you can relate to. So I think that's what makes it broad for like everybody, and also like us as hosts, me, Sterling, and Rob, like I think that we're diverse people too, and we all come with our own little fan bases. I bring in a lot of the females. Sterling, he brings in a lot of his fan base. Rob brings in all these fucking skater kids or whatever. So I think that we all each bring in like our own little, dynamic and fan base as well.
Right. My favorite videos is whenever anyone is getting hurt with fireworks. I think that is so hilarious to me.
No, I know. It's like what's gonna happen. Like
why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Hey Chanel, you gotta holler at Rob, man. We gotta get Pat P on the show.
Yeah, I gotta get on the show.
Well,
we gotta get Pat P on the show.
Because we haven't really had any guests this year because of
COVID.
Yeah. When things get back normal, how about that?
Yes, when things go back to normal, I got you.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You know what? Episode 346 featured the late great Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant's my favorite basketball player. Same for Pat P. But how special was that show, and what do you remember about sharing the stage with Kobe? Like leading into that episode, or did you get the opportunity to talk to Kobe, or do you have any special memory regarding that episode? But talking about that show and seeing exactly what happened some months ago, how special was that moment?
It was so special, especially because I was sick when we filmed the episode with Kobe. I was getting over strep throat.
Yeah.
And at first they were basically like, we don't want to risk Kobe's health. I was like, he probably has the immunity of an ox. What are you talking about? I was like, I'm not gonna get him sick. He's probably drinking like, fitness shakes every day. Like I was like, he's fine. But so I had to get a doctor's note, and my doctor was like, no, it's fine. You've been taking your medicine. So I was so thankful because at first they were like, you're not gonna be able to do it. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm from LA. Like the Lakers are LA, and you're gonna tell me I can't be there? Like I was like about to lose it. So it was great to meet him. Like you could just feel his presence of what a good person he was. Like I'm a big energy reader. Like I can literally, I don't like to say I'm psychic, but I could feel people's energy and like what type of person they are. And like you could sense, first of all, he wanted the whole episode to be about his new children's book. So I was like, that is such a cute, sweet thing. Like he literally wanted the whole episode to be circled and centered around that and promoting that only. And so like we pretty much, the whole episode was about talking about his book. And I thought that was just so sweet that like he wanted it to be all about like the children and presenting this message to the kids,
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was. It was like, I don't want to get teary eyed because it's like, I am from LA. Like the Lakers is everything, and it was an honor to meet him because it was like we filmed that like right before he passed away. So.
Really? So yeah, because he passed in January.
Yeah.
So you guys filmed that. It was in December.
It was in like November or something.
November. Wow. That's
how many shows you guys tape a day? Is it just like one a day? Because I'm obviously, like I said, me being a fan, I always wanted to know how that process went.
So we used to do 3 a day, which
I would have won a bet because I said that. I said they have to do multiple shows a day. There's no way they're just going in there doing one show and going home.
Well, sometimes you could tell because I usually wear the same hair for all 3. So like if they put those episodes back to back, you'll be like, oh, that must have been all in the same day.
Right.
Now we do 6 episodes a day.
Damn.
Wow, 6?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How long does it normally take to tape one?
It's fast. Honestly, we literally shoot it like it's like real time what is on TV. Like
really?
I feel like we shoot probably like an extra 10 minutes, and then that little bit of time extra is what they edit out for commercials.
So do you guys have any mess ups? Like, can you retape something if you guys say the wrong thing or something goes wrong, or everything is just kind of done live and no
well,
no
now
hiccups?
we used to go more with like the flow because of the audience, but we haven't had an audience this year because of the pandemic. So I've noticed that they're like telling Rob like, hey, can you redo that line, like a little bit more, because I think now that there's not an audience, we can like fix a couple things. Right. But before, like sometimes like me or Rob or Sterling, we like flub our words and like we just keep going, like they're like whatever.
Yeah. Well, with you guys filming over 500 episodes now.
500. Wow, that's big.
What has allowed that run to continue for so long?
Honestly, I feel that especially with MTV, like MTV doesn't play music and stuff anymore, and I feel like next to music, everybody loves comedy. So it's like, especially for the MTV fan base, I think it really keeps MTV people like me. I've been watching MTV since I was a little girl. In the 90s, MTV was everything. So I think people really stay watching MTV like because of our show. To be real,
How long you think it can keep going?
I don't know. I'm like, at this point, I feel like I'm probably gonna be like pregnant on the couch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm literally gonna be up there with a walker. Like, I don't know.
That's great. When you look at some of the outstanding guests you guys have had on, you look at some of the football guests, real quick short list: Melvin Ingram, LaShawn McCoy, Gronkowski, Urlacher, Jarvis Landry. You got other personalities: Rampage Jackson, Floyd Mayweather, Dana White, Nate Robinson, Prince Fielder, Metal World Peace, Bubba Wallace. Man, you guys have had the who's of who on your show. Who outside of Kobe? Because I know Kobe is your favorite guest. Outside of Kobe, who would you say was your favorite guest to have on the show?
I like a sports guest.
It could be any guest. It could be a sports guest. It could be a media personality and social media personality. Anybody.
I would say, I always say Snoop was our favorite guest. Like Snoop is so funny.
Because y'all can relate.
The only person like we've ever waited. Like normally everybody's ready. Like people know that Rob likes to move fast, and like Snoop is probably the only person we've ever waited for. Like literally like waited forever. Or like he was just in his dressing room chilling, doing his thing. Like I'm smoke and come out when I want, He's hella funny. So like I just like love being around Snoop. So he was funny, but Floyd Mayweather I think was definitely another funny athlete guest. The funniest part was, so Floyd's girlfriend at the time, she just came and sit on the couch next to me, and I'm like, I think like maybe they're confused. Like I was like, this is where like we film, And so Rob goes to tell Floyd like, hey, she can sit on the side. Floyd's like, nah, she gonna stay right there. And we're like,
wait a minute. So she stayed there the whole episode?
Yeah, she was on Mick Jackson.
Sat there the whole time.
Pat, you remember that? You remember that episode?
Yeah, that's when he pulled out $1 million on the backpack.
Yes, and then he had a backpack on him, and Rob goes, what's in the backpack? And we thought he was joking. He's like, $1 million. And we're like, nah, you're kidding. He's like, no, I'm serious. And he just starts dumping out $1 million cash. We're like,
wow. That's a dope episode, right? Because the unexpected happened, right?
Yeah, then he kept the money up there too the whole episode.
It was on the floor?
I forgot where he put it at. I think he put it like on Steelo's DJ booth or something like that. The little turn. Yeah.
Man, Pat, you're a big fan. You know the names and everybody.
I watch the show, Chanel. I watch.
Man, you all the way dialed in, man. Listen, Pat, you got to get on there for the show when everything gets back to being normal.
Hey, I will be honored. Hey, so Chanel, we know you're a Laker fan.
Yep.
But we also heard that you are a Rams and a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
So who were you rooting for in the Super Bowl a couple years ago?
Oh man, I can't even answer that. I can't answer it because
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No, I can't because I literally like, you know what I'm saying? First of all, the Rams, like, they show me so much hometown love. They sent me custom jerseys saying West Coast, you know, so I love the Rams. They show me love. They let me come to a bunch of games.
Yeah.
But I also have like friends and stuff that are affiliated with the Patriots. So I don't want to.
I got you. Yeah, she can't do it.
I'm gonna get yelled at.
Yeah, we gonna give you a pass on that one, Chanel.
Okay.
But regardless, regardless of who you were rooting for, Chanel, you won because one thing we know about that game, your favorite team was going to win.
Right. You was a winner regardless.
Yeah, it didn't even matter. Well, Chanel, so is there a specific show clip moment that people mention to you online, or if they see you out in public?
There's two.
Okay.
And they're just equally brought up to me as much. The time on Fantasy Factory when I got hit with a dodgeball in the
head. Knocked your tooth out.
What?
Yeah, well, like
you lost a tooth?
It chipped a tooth.
Well, now I got veneers, so we got new teeth now, so it's all good. But and then the time when I got into an argument with Charlemagne.
Oh, that was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hold on. For us who don't know what you're talking about, Pat is a big time fan.
Oh man, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Can you fill us in on the argument, Chanel?
Okay, so basically this is what happened. So randomly, before he came on our show, one day I'm on Twitter and I see people like in my, in my ads, like talking shit, being like, "Oh, Charlemagne's right, like Chanel's whack" or something. I said, "What the fuck?" And I liked him before that. I thought he was mad funny. I always like kind of respected his opinions. And then I was like, hold up, what the fuck is he talking about? So apparently he like randomly like mentioned me one time. I don't know if it was on the Breakfast Club or like tweeted about me, but he said I was whack in his opinion, I guess. And so when he came on the show, I was already kind of like a little bitter, I guess you could say, like, oh, I have to sit next to this guy and like act like I like fuck with him, knowing that he like talks shit on me. And so something came up in the episode where it was about
artist.
It was about him like being like very opinionated or something. And I was like, and I go, well, just because it's your opinion, don't make it a fact. And that's
just like that.
I said it just like that. And that's when the argument kind of started. And I think that because, and it's not just Charlemagne, a lot of people kind of prejudge me. I am on shows where I'm always laughing, smiling, very sweet. I am a tough girl though. I have been through a lot of shit and I am not that bitch. So I was like, I am not about to just let this guy like basically degrade me. And I'm the only woman on stage with 3 men being made fun of. So that's when I felt I just had to stand up for myself and really like hit him with some facts. So I did. And then the moment kind of went viral, I guess you could say.
Now you did held your own and you definitely stood. You had your back for sure. I was like, get him, Chanel. Hell yeah.
The West Coast came out, right?
Hey.
Well, yeah, some people would say, because my dad's from the East Coast, and a lot of people were hitting me up that day like, oh, that's the New Yorker. Like all my New York fans were like claiming that was the East Coast in me. Right. So
Are you in Charlemagne? Y'all cool now?
Oh yeah, like literally right after the episode, he was like, "You're crazy. You should come on Breakfast Club." And, like, so
that's what's up. Mutual respect.
He loves to like, pick at people. Like he loves that shit.
No doubt about it. But that was a good episode.
Thank you.
So Chanel, is there anything you want to get out there to our viewers, your listeners, that you got up and coming and got going on right now?
Definitely. I just want everybody to go listen to the album. It's 19 songs. It's a long album. I'm sure there's a little bit of something everybody can, get into on there. Maybe you like rap a little bit more, singing a little bit more. There's a song for kind of everybody. And go check out my new merch drops. I just dropped a bunch of dope new merch to go along with the album. We got cute bucket hats, hoodies, t-shirts.
Where can they find the merchandise?
Yes. Got lots of cute stuff. So you got to go check it out on my website. I am ChanelWestCoast.com.
Okay. And also too, you said the album is streaming everywhere, so you can easily find it. Yes, Pat is already raving about the album. Listeners, viewers, he said it got some go-getters on it. You know what I mean? So, and you know what, Pat? You know what I think you should do, because I know you're a big fan of Chanel. You guys, who you guys got this week? You got Buffalo this week, right?
Yeah.
You got Buffalo this week. So you know what? I know you guys were listening with that 21 Savage. What you say? Run, right?
Yeah, running.
You might need to put that 40-yard dash. You might need to bump that 40-yard dash in the locker room. You feel me?
For real, you need to.
I'm gonna bump that. What I'm gonna do? I am gonna bump that 40-yard dash after we win, because the locker room is much more live after a dub.
Oh yeah, y'all boys, y'all had like a little mini club in the locker room after y'all win.
Yeah. So it'll be better after we win for sure.
Okay.
40-yard dash. That's what's up.
40-yard dash. Well, we would like to thank Chanel West Coast for coming out on the show. Make sure you go watch Ridiculousness and go get that album, America's Sweetheart.
And the merchandise.
It's streaming everywhere. ChanelWestCoast.com for the merch. Go get the album, America's Sweetheart. It's everywhere. Thank you, Chanel, for coming on the show.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. And I'm very happy you're a big fan. I'm gonna shout you out on the episode.
Let's do it.
No doubt.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate it, Chanel.